All right, welcome back. So Scrooge has made it through his first ghostly visit, but honestly, his journey's just getting started. Now we're diving into Stave 3, where he's about to get a huge, crucial lesson from the ghost of Christmas present. Let's get right into it. So, first things first, let's just stop and think about that title, Christmas Present. What does Dickens really mean by that? Is he just talking about, Christmas Day right now? Or is there something more going on? For your exam, this is a brilliant point to make. Think about the double meaning. A present is also a gift. And really, that's what this whole stave is about. Okay, so Scrooge is basically waiting for ghost number 2. He's probably expecting another spooky, silent figure like Marley. But what he gets, well, it couldn't be more different. He's about to meet the literal, living, breathing embodiment of pure Christmas joy. Just picture it. Scrooge is waiting in the dark, and suddenly this incredible, warm, ruddy light starts blazing from the next room. It's not a ghost at his bed. It's something else entirely. He kind of shuffles over to the door, a bit nervous, and then this huge, booming voice calls out for him to come in. What he's about to see is going to completely upend his entire miserable world. And wow, what a sight. Dickens just unleashes this massive list of food. Turkeys, geese, sausages, puddings. It's a total sensory overload. Scrooge's cold, empty room has been transformed into this mountain of festive food. It's the absolute opposite of his whole life, right? A world of scarcity and meanness is suddenly filled with abundance. It's such a powerful symbol of everything he's been missing out on. And right there, sitting on this throne of food, is the ghost himself. He's this huge, jolly giant. And every single thing about him is symbolic. The green robe, that's all about life, nature, Father Christmas. He's got bare feet, a bare chest. He's totally open and down to earth. But the key detail, the one you absolutely have to mention in an essay, is his scabbard. It's old and rusted, and there's no sword in it. This is Dickens showing us that the true spirit of Christmas is peace. It's about choosing goodwill over conflict. And then he speaks, "Come in and know me better, man." I mean, that one line tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? It's not a scary command. It's a warm, booming invitation. This ghost is so open, so welcoming, and it's a direct challenge to Scrooge, who's spent his life shut away from everyone. He's basically saying, hey, come join the human race. So Scrooge touches the ghost's robe and poof, the whole feast disappears. Now the real lesson starts. They're instantly out on the city streets, and Scrooge is about to see what Christmas Day is really like for other people. So the spirit is carrying this glowing torch, and it's not just for light. It's got this special power. As they walk past poor people carrying their Christmas dinners, the ghost sprinkles this sort of incense from the torch onto their food. And the magic isn't just about making the food taste better. It actually makes people happier, stops their arguments, and brings back kindness. And he does this mostly for the poorest people. And this leads to such an important moment. Scrooge, still thinking like an accountant, basically asks, why do you sprinkle most of your magic on the poor? And the ghost's answer is just perfect. Because it needs it most. Simple as that. This quote is gold for your exam because it's a direct slapdown of Scrooge's horrible surplus population idea. It's not about who's earned it, it's about who needs it. Okay, so now the spirit takes Scrooge somewhere he really, really needs to go but probably dreads. The home of his clerk, Bob Cratchit. And this, right here, is the emotional core of the whole stave. This is where all those abstract ideas about the poor get a face and a family. And the way Dickens describes their little four-roomed home is just brilliant. You'd expect it to be miserable, right? But it's not. It's full of life and love and excitement. Yeah, they're poor, their clothes are old, but they've made them look festive with ribbons. The key thing here is the contrast. They have almost nothing in terms of money, but they are incredibly rich in spirit and family. And then Bob Cratchit arrives home. He's not moaning about his low pay or the cold. Nope, he's carrying his little son, Tiny Tim, on his shoulder. Tim is so frail, he needs a little crutch and an iron frame to walk. This first image of them together just melts your heart. It shows you everything about their love and how, even though Tim is so weak, he's the absolute center of this family's joy. And then we get maybe the most famous line from the entire novel, God bless us everyone. Just think about how powerful that is. It comes from the weakest, most vulnerable person in the room. And notice, he doesn't say God bless me. He says God bless us, everyone. It's just this moment of pure selflessness that sums up the entire point of the book. Seeing all this, especially seeing Tiny Tim, it finally does something to Scrooge. You could almost feel the ice around his heart starting to crack. Because for the first time, the very first time, he shows genuine, unselfish concern for someone else. And he asks the ghost this question: "Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live." This is a huge, monumental turning point. The narrator makes a point of telling us this is an interest Scrooge has never felt before. He's going from complete indifference to real, genuine empathy. He's not seeing some abstract poor person anymore. He's seeing a little boy, and he's scared for him. And the ghost's reply is just brutal, absolutely devastating. He takes Scrooge's own disgusting words from the beginning of the story, "decrease the surplus population," and throws them right back in his face. All of a sudden, that horrible, cold-hearted theory has a name and a face. And it's Tiny Tim. Scrooge is forced to see the real human cost of what he believes. And that does it. This is the moment Scrooge just breaks. He's not just scared like he was with Marley's ghost. He's not just feeling a bit nostalgic like he was with the ghost of Christmas past. He is deeply, profoundly ashamed. The book says he's overcome with penitence and grief. This right here is the true start of his change. It's born out of real empathy and real regret. But the lesson isn't over yet. After this huge emotional moment, Bob Cratchit actually raises a toast to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast. Can you believe it? But Mrs. Cratchit, she is not having it. She says if Scrooge were there, she'd give him a piece of her mind. And this contrast is so clever. You see Bob's incredible decency and forgiveness, but you also see Mrs. Cratchit representing the very real, very justified anger that Scrooge's cruelty causes. All right, so after the Cratchits, Dickens zooms out. The spirit wants to show Scrooge that Christmas isn't just something that happens in a cozy home in the city. It's a spirit, a force, that can reach even the most remote, isolated places on Earth. And we see these two amazing little scenes. First, a group of miners out on this bleak, empty moor, gathered around a fire, singing Christmas carols. Then, they fly out to sea, to a single, lonely lighthouse in the middle of a storm. And inside, two keepers are wishing each other a Merry Christmas. I mean, these people are completely cut off from the world, but they still find a way to connect and feel that Christmas spirit. So you have to ask yourself, why does Dickens show us this? Why these scenes? Well, he's making a massive point. He's showing us that the need for joy, for community, for connection, it's universal. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, in the city or in the middle of nowhere, the Christmas spirit is something that can't be stopped. And for a man like Scrooge, who has spent his entire life trying to be alone, that is one of the most powerful lessons he could possibly learn.